We need clear skies to see it. Let's see if we'll get them now as we check in with Kristi and some more of this snow in the forecast, Kristi.
Yes. You know, Chris, it was nice to have a clear sky on Sunday. It was just a stellar day after some snowfall. Kids were able to get out there and play, but we've got a pretty tough week in store for us. So I'm going to step out of the way this direction so you can have a look. So yes, it's going to be a tough week with cooler conditions. And as you mentioned earlier, sort of snow on and off. It'll come with rain as well. But I wanted to just point out that the long range is looking pretty optimistic. Basically from Sunday on, we've got a fairly strong ridge of high pressure that's going to build and bring some sunshine. Now, it's still days away and has the potential for changing, but I wanted to give you a little something to look forward to. In the meantime, temperatures are beginning to drop. We're seeing very spotty conditions at this point, but into tomorrow morning, we're going to see that snowfall pick up. So commute to work tomorrow morning could be impacted. We're talking about significant snow for the Metro Vancouver, especially higher elevations away from the water, and for areas like the Malahat across southern Vancouver Island. Here's a look at the ranges that you could see. And again, important to remember that there's areas near the water that may just see a slushy mess, and that's about it. It will be very localized, certainly. As this low pressure tracks across, that's tomorrow morning there, but then it shifts further east and weakens, and so we'll likely see some breaks of blue sky by tomorrow afternoon as that low pressure center shifts towards the interior regions. Sunshine across most northern regions, light flurries for areas across the south, and for our region, the majority of the snowfall will be in the morning. We'll likely see some breaks of blue sky, especially across Vancouver Island tomorrow afternoon. Not as many breaks across Metro Vancouver, and temperatures will warm up to highs of about 4 degrees, but that's likely after all of the action. And yes, as we mentioned earlier, Chris, it looks like it'll be one thing after another. So stay tuned all week long. Back to you.
Will do. Thanks very much, Kristi. Now, the clear skies sure help, but it doesn't look like we're getting those anytime soon. Kristi, good to have you back, and look what you returned to.
Yeah, busy day, that's for sure. Right back into things, but I love it, that's for sure, Chris. Thanks so much. Here's a quick look. I wanted to just show you the temperature. So it's 0 degrees in Metro Vancouver, and it does look like raining through that region. This is the current snapshot of the radar imagery, but there's certainly still some flakes across Vancouver Island, the Malahat, and as we continue through the evening hours, it will be spotty, and we are expecting temperatures to drop to about -1 or 0 degrees. So snowfall still expected, especially as that pulse pushes in tomorrow morning. Just wanted to quickly show you the long range forecast to give you a little bit of optimism before we get into the details. But here's a quick look. We are looking at overall cool conditions for the next few days, right through into the early part of the weekend, with rain or snow on and off as the temperature sort of fluctuates between close to freezing and just above. So this is tomorrow morning. Give yourself extra time for your commute to work. That's for the Howe Sound region, southern Vancouver Island, and Metro Vancouver. If you can avoid working or going out to work tomorrow morning, I recommend doing that. Maybe head out in the afternoon if you need to. We are expecting a wide range of snowfall amounts. Areas near the water may see minimal amounts, but areas away from the water and certainly higher elevations have the potential for up to 12 centimeters for Metro Vancouver and up to 15 for Vancouver Island. And it's all because of this low pressure center that's going to track across the region over the next sort of 12 hours. And then by the afternoon hours, those of you across the Vancouver Island will be enjoying breaks of blue sky. We may not see as much sunshine across Metro Vancouver, but you certainly will across the northern regions. A few flurries across southern interior regions, but very light. Again, flurries all across the south coast, southern Vancouver Island particularly, and Metro Vancouver. Hopefully some breaks of blue sky tomorrow afternoon, but at the very least, we're not expecting the flakes to fall through the afternoon hours tomorrow. And as I mentioned, we are going to see generally continued unsettled pattern over the next little while. Some more Aurora Borealis photos for you, Chris. This one from Prince George, and I've got another one from the Soyuz region. Thank you to everyone who shared them with us. It really was a spectacular sight. Okay, back to you.
Keep them coming. All right, thanks very much, Kristi. And unexpected